We are going to be reviewing our arms drill that we use in Graham's company of the 42nd today. And if any of you had noticed, this will be a variation on the British 64 drill. The reason for this is simple. The vast majority of our members also do American War for Independence. So at this time I'd like to introduce Corporal McDonald, who will be performing the drill as I instruct the drill. Take care. Rest and order your firelock. Stand at ease. Rest. Take care. Rest and shoulder your firelock. These are the basics for coming from the shoulder and to the shoulder with the firelock. The next stage will be a demonstration of our inspection drill process. Take care. Open hands. Poise your firelock. At which point, the inspecting officer will make a visual inspection of the lock mechanism and its fitting to the furniture and barrel of the weapon. He will look for gaps, any form of defect, or other deficiency that could cause a safety issue on the field. He will also physically ensure that the flash guard is firmly secured to the lock mechanism. He will also visually inspect to make sure that the hammer cap is of quality manufacture and in good repair and properly fits the hammer of the lock mechanism. The cock will be inspected to make sure that the threading is in good repair, that the flint is installed with a proper holding material, preferably sheet lead, as was used historically. Shoulder your firelock. Shut pan. The next stage of the inspection process will be to ensure that there are no obstructions in the barrel of this weapon that could cause mishap or misadventure on the field during a tactical demonstration. Prepare to search your piece. Place it against your belt. This is stage one. Place rammer in the barrel to search your piece. At this point, he will hold it until the inspecting officer passes. He will then drop it. The inspecting officer will hear a metallic cling, the sound of the rammer striking the breech plug of the weapon, thereby informing the inspecting officer that this weapon has no unauthorized foreign objects within the barrel of the weapon. Remove rammer. Return rammer. Shoulder your firelock. That would complete the inspection process. The next will be a series of arms drills, or a series of arms maneuvers to use on the march to ensure that one's arms do not fatigue unnecessarily in the course of a march. This is the position of a shoulder. Support your firelock. This is the position of support. Shoulder your firelock. Advance your firelock. We perform these various maneuvers while on the march to avoid the men's arms becoming fatigued and thereby causing them to lose grip of their firelock. Shoulder your firelock. Rest and order your firelock. The next series of drills that I will be covering the loading and firing of the weapon. Take care. Rest and shoulder your firelock. Prime and load. Put your hand on the button, or yeah. About! Notice how he steps forward with the right foot as he casts the firelock about to put the main charge in. Once it is loaded, he automatically returns to the shoulder. This is done so that the commanding officer or NCO, at a glance down the line, can see whose firelock is primed, loaded, and ready to be discharged. Make ready! At this point, he comes to the recover position. Go ahead and cock the piece. He also cocks the piece once he comes to the recover position. His footing comes back to the shape of an L with his right heel contacting the left heel of his feet. The reason for this is when I give him the next command, he will step back slightly with his right foot as he levels his firelock toward the intended target. Present! Fire! He automatically returns to the priming position after firing. Now, when he returns to the priming position, he will half cock and leave the pan open. He will then await the next command. The next command could either be prime and load again, or if the firing is to cease, the command will be shoulder your firelocks. He will then automatically shut his pan and come back to the shoulder. The final stage will be the fixing and unfixing and charging with the 18-inch triangular steel bayonet. Take care. Poise your firelocks. Rest upon your firelock and draw your bayonet. He will draw his bayonet, placing it on the barrel but not totally locking the socket mechanism. Next command is fix your bayonet and recover your arms. He comes up to the recover. From the recover position, he may institute a charge of bayonets in two manners. The first will be a mostly defensive position at the breast. This is used in combination with a kneeling position to repulse cavalry. Charge your bayonets, breast high. From here, his elbow can be a fulcrum to perform a pushing motion as the enemy approaches these 18 inches of triangular steel with a very vicious point at the end. Push your bayonet, 3-con. Recover your bayonets. You will notice I use two different commands, arms and bayonet. It is interchangeable, since arms indicates that the bayonet is attached to the muzzle of the firelock. If the bayonet is secured inside its scabbard and not attached to the firelock, its simple command is firelock. Charge your bayonets waist high. When you come down to the waist high, we generally give a cheer of huzzah. Recover your bayonets. Charge your bayonets waist high.
Huzzah!
The reason being is because it's meant to intimidate the enemy, to let them know that arms blanche, in other words, cold steel battle, is soon to commence. In 18th century warfare, more than half the time, when a battle has reached this point, the enemy will break or the attack will fail, but seldom, less than half the time, do they ever close to actual combat with the bayonet. Recover your arms. Shoulder your arms. Poise your bayonets. Rest upon your arms and unfix your bayonets. Recover your, or belay that, poise your firelocks. Shoulder your firelocks. Now, from the shoulder, when we are in formation and we are going to dismiss at the end of activities, even temporarily cessation of activities, the command will either be dismiss with honors or just dismissed. If it's dismissed with honors, both dismissed with honors and dismissed entail the soldiers executing a right about turn, stepping off 3 paces, If it is just dismissed, they quietly go break and go about their business to lodge arms and uncase or what have you. If it is dismissed with honors, you will do a right about turn 3 paces and all unanimously shout, "God save the King." So for the purpose of this, we will dismiss with honors. Take care. Prepare to dismiss with honors. Dismissed.
God save the King.
Right about turn to the 4 march. Halt. Rest and order your firelock.